So vivid, he contacted the investigator who's been looking for Erica Fraysure for 2 decades.
The 17-year-old vanished from Brooksville, Kentucky. Now it's considered a murder mystery. Local 12's Deborah Dixon shows us why some believe the answers are still in that tiny town.
Erica Fraysure left home to go uptown, something teens in small towns do. But she never came home. Her car was found in a field. There were no signs of violence inside. Her family believes she's dead, but still.
Sometimes the phone will ring and something in my head says, that might be Erica. Said, Papa will come get me, you know. I know it will happen, but it's always something I think about.
The community won't rest where Erica's concerned until Erica's found. We'll continue to work just like she's our own child.
Bob Scott's been looking for her since October 21st, 1997. Back then, he was with Kentucky State Police and worked out of a tiny office in the old courthouse. Now he's chief deputy with the Bracken County Sheriff's Office, working out of the new Justice Center in Brooksville.
They say in every detective's life there's one case. There's that one case. This is mine.
The call to police came from kids who found her car between 2 bales of hay. Erica's purse was inside. Weeks later, during a search, her car keys were found 100 yards away. Do you think someone might have just been running this way, running away from the car?
Well, if they were running in the direction of Brooksville.
Running back to Brooksville after leaving Erica's car in that field. Back to town where everyone knows everyone, all 600 or so of them.
We're a small community, everybody knows everybody, and those things just didn't happen here then. It was a time of innocence here.
Innocence lost.
I was told that her body was taken to a hog farm. I've also heard that she is buried right underneath the new high school.
Jeannie says the town isn't talking because everyone knows everyone.
There's too many people involved in it. There was way too many people involved.
So if one tells, everybody goes down.
Yeah.
I know a whole lot more now about what didn't happen to her than I knew 20 years ago because of the leads we followed up and to dead ends. I've had 4 people confess to killing Erica, and it just didn't happen.
Scott says it's possible only one person knows what happened. Of course he has someone in mind. And there is a clue he won't talk about, one that only he and that person know about. Here in the old Bracken County Courthouse, there's still a poster of Erica Fraysure, the missing 17-year-old, and an age progression image of what she would look like in her 30s. Erica's mother put up those posters, held vigils, and waited. And waited.
I can't live my life like this. I don't want to.
Erica's mother decorated for Christmas as if Erica might come home and left her room the way it was the night she disappeared. Maggie died waiting. Erica's father is dead too.
We just like to find out where she is, where her body might be, where we can, lay her to rest.
Bob Scott still hopes someone will find her remains during hunting season or while harvesting.
If someone did this and told, I continue to pray that whoever they told, their conscience will bother them and they'll come forward and tell.
Until that happens, the mystery of Erica Fraysure will haunt this Kentucky town. Deborah Dixon, Local 12 News.
Parents of Erica Fraysure. Erica Lee Fraysure was born on May 6th of 1980 in Germantown, Kentucky. Erica was described as being easygoing, witty, funny, and independent by those who knew her. Erica worked at Carota's Pizza in Augusta, Kentucky, and she was a senior at Bracken County High School, and she was set to graduate in 1998. After Erica went to high school, she planned to go to Northern Kentucky University, where she was to major in accounting. On October 21st, 1997, Erica, who was 17 years old at the time, was hanging out with some friends at the Video in Tan in Brookville, Kentucky. Erica then left the Video in Tan a little after 9 p.m. in her black four-door 1988 Pontiac Bonneville SSE and headed for her home in Germantown, Kentucky. However, Erica would never arrive at her home. On the morning of October 22nd, 1997, when Erica still hadn't returned home, Erica's friends said that they weren't too worried because they thought, instead of Erica going home, that maybe Erica had gotten drunk and spent the night at someone's house and she just hadn't woken up yet to come to school. They didn't think that Erica missing school was odd. However, later in the day, on October 22nd, Erica's car was found unlocked on Franks Road in a field and parked between two bales of hay. Inside of her 1988 Pontiac Bonneville was her purse, wallet, and checkbook, which still had all of her money in it. Found nearby, covered under leaves, were Erica's car keys. And inside of Erica's car, there was no evidence of foul play. It is not believed that Erica left of her own accord. On the night of October 21st, 1997, the night that Erica disappeared, after Erica left the Video in Tan in Brookville, according to Shane, who was 20 and an acquaintance of Erica's. Just a little disclaimer, I am not going to say Shane's last name just because I'm not trying to incriminate him. We don't even know if he had anything to do in the disappearance of Erica, so I'm just going to say his first name. So according to Shane, on October 21st, 1997, after Erica left the Video in Tan, she actually drove around town with him and then she took him home before she was supposed to return to her home. Shane did an interview on TV and said that he was the last person to see Erica alive. This made police question his involvement in her disappearance, as Erica was not ruled as dead and her body had not been found. Erica was just a missing person. Shane was asked by local police officers to take a lie detector test, and Shane refused to take this test, and a full interview with Shane was never completed because supposedly whenever the local police department tried to complete an interview with him, he would not talk to them without his lawyer being present. Just because he would not take a lie detector test and wanted to talk to his lawyer, that does not mean that Shane had anything to do with the disappearance of Erica. Shane might have known how sketchy it was that he was the last person to see her alive. There are cases where the victim sees someone that we don't know about. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's guilty or not guilty. Also, it should be noted that before Erica's disappearance, Shane had been expelled from school after threatening to kill a teacher and the teacher's daughter. However, Shane has stated that telling his teacher that was a prank, and he denied any involvement in Erica's disappearance. Erica's mother appeared on the Montel Williams show less than a year after Erica disappeared, and Erica's mother asked psychic Sylvia Brown what happened to Erica. Sylvia said that Erica was at the bottom of a lake near Brooksville and that someone named Chris knew about her disappearance. After she said this, someone named Chris who knew Erica was identified, and I just feel like this should be noted. It doesn't incriminate him or not incriminate him. If you are sensitive to the topic of suicide, you might want to skip ahead. I will put a timestamp here on what to skip ahead to. But a little after that Montel episode aired, Chris killed himself and his girlfriend. However, before this episode aired, Chris had been cleared as a suspect in the disappearance of Erica, as Chris had an alibi on the night of October 21st, 1997. Also, remember how Sylvia said that Erica was at the bottom of a lake? Well, all of the lakes nearby of Brookville were searched, and nothing was found that related to the disappearance of Erica. As mentioned previously, it is not believed that Erica just ran away, as she had just asked for more hours at her job, and there were no indications of reasons why she would want to run away. The only problem that investigators could find in Erica's life was that she had just started hanging out with a new group of friends before her disappearance, and this group of friends that Erica had started hanging out with was said to have been a rougher crowd. And also another problem that investigators found in her life was that the day before her disappearance, she had had a fight with her best friend. However, I'm not sure what this fight was about, but best friends have arguments, and that is no reason to run away. Some sources say that Erica had a boyfriend, while other sources say that Erica did not have a boyfriend. Erica did not tell her friends or family of any plans to travel. Erica was last seen wearing a purple sweater with 2 white stripes across the chest and extended down the sleeve. beliefs. Levi's jeans and white kids. She is described as being a white female with light brown hair and blue eyes. She had a pretty distinctive birthmark on the back of her neck. It is said that Erica's disappearance really changed the local community where Erica disappeared from, and that it hasn't been the same since she disappeared. Sadly, both of Erica's parents died without ever knowing what happened to their daughter. So that is all of the information about Erica's case. I thank you guys so much for listening to Erica's case. It's been almost 21 years since she disappeared. I would like to give not only her family and friends, but the Bracken County, Kentucky community some closure on this case. I hope that you guys have an amazing day or night, whatever time it is for you guys, and yeah, bye guys.
They frankly have told me it ruined them.
The mysterious disappearance of a Bracken County teen 2 decades ago is still devastating today.
As we near the 20-year mark since Erica Fraysure went missing, both of her parents have now died, but that is not deterring detectives from trying again to solve this case.
And that's a huge relief for a former teacher of Fraysure's who spoke with our Julie O'Neill at a northern Kentucky park she says reminds her of so much innocence lost.
It never left me. I had too many personal students involved.
Caroline Miller had Erica Fraysure in her English class at Bracken County High School. She'd known the pretty senior who loved Winnie the Pooh since the 17-year-old was a little girl.
So I never lost the impression of her childhood innocence.
Miller says a lot of innocence was lost when Erica went missing the night of October 21st, 1997.
Her friends that she had in her youth are the ones who have told me that this incident has ruined their lives. And in turn, it's ruining their children's lives because they are overprotective. They don't want to even let their daughters go down to the end of their road to get the mail or to be out of their sight.
The rumors and fear surrounding Erica's possible murder still traumatizing 20 years later.
She picked me up. We rode around town for a little bit.
Nine on Your Side talked with a young man who may have last seen Erica. Shane Simcox, then on parole for burglary, had been expelled from school for threatening a teacher and refused to take a polygraph, but has always maintained he didn't kill her.
I didn't. You didn't? No, I didn't.
Others said Erica attended a party near the property where her car was found wedged between 2 hay bales.
Other than that, she disappeared without a trace.
Kentucky State Police Trooper Charles Loudermilk says detectives over 2 decades went as far as they could.
In essence, there's not really a direction for us to go right now. I mean, we are kind of just stuck.
Miller believes she can help.
I have had many of these seniors come to me in the last even year or two, and they have remembered things and they have told me things that went on, and it's like it was blocked out for a long time. And they want somebody to know.
Likewise, Miller hopes those who've known some things all along will free themselves and others by finally speaking.
What part they know or what they might have done or what little information they did not give to the authorities, perhaps now, 20 years later, they could do that, and I think it would be a release. Whoever disposed of her body or her remains has really held us captive for 20 years.
If you have any yet unshared information in the Erica Fraysure case, even something you might not think important, Kentucky State Police ask you call an investigator at Post 6. The number 859-428-1212. Craig and Tanya?
Let's hope someone does call.